This video is sponsored by Storyblocks.
I tried for you, trying to see through walls smoking. It wouldn't move. What could I do? I touch your head to pour your thoughts into my hand, but now I can't say, isn't it strange? Isn't it strange? I am still me. You are still you. In the same place. Isn't it strange how people can change from strangers to friends, friends into lovers, and strangers again.
What's up guys, it's Maubo here. So I made a survey the past weeks and you decided what you want to see next. I'm shooting today behind the scenes video portrait shoot with Lara. She's my model for today. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I shoot, then we're gonna shoot straight away to show you what I mean. We're gonna split this up in different chapters. Right after the shooting part, I'm gonna dive in with you into the editing part. I'm gonna show you how I select my clips, how I edit them, how I color grade the clips, and yeah, show you the process of editing my video portraits. Let's go. So this is our first shooting location. At the beginning, when I meet the model, we have a little chat. I like to clarify how I work. I really like to work freestyle, so I like to be spontaneous about my ideas. I have some pre-planning in my notebook where I write down shot ideas. Sometimes I have the track in the first place, so I can adapt the mood to the track. I have always a little speaker with me, so we can listen to some music to get in the mood. As I really like to work with movement, that she walks around, runs around, or even dances. I really like to introduce movement with her arms, turning, and yeah, movement in general. It's really good to have some music by your side to get in the mood. 90% of the time I shoot my videos handheld. I really like the look. If you shoot in slow motion, the shakes get really bearable when you're using the slow motion, and I will show you right away how I'm shooting handheld. I move a lot while shooting, to the left, to the right, going down, going upwards, and yeah, I really prefer shooting handheld. The shots seem more organic. So I'm gonna start with the first establisher shot with Karl Marx monument over here in Chemnitz. I'm gonna start with the wide angle shot. Can you move to the front here, to the middle, and lean towards it? Yeah, yeah, perfect. So as you see, I'm moving around a lot. I'm always moving from left to right. I'm also going down. I'm walking with her, and that's what I always try to do while shooting, is to create some variety, so the different pictures are pleasing for the eye. I'm doing wide angle shots, then connecting these wide angle shots to some close-up shots to have some sort of visual narrative. What I want to do now is to create some variety, that I am standing downstairs and she's up, so I can shoot her from down and going up, so we create some variety and some dramatic effect. So keep in mind when shooting that you're not always shooting her on eye level. Go down, zoom on her, You can also go up, but keep in mind that shooting from different angles always symbolizes something. When you're shooting down, you symbolize that the model is kind of in a power position. She seems to be more powerful, and when you're shooting from upwards, she seems smaller, she seems not so powerful, and on eye level it seems even. So keep that in mind when you're shooting on different heights, that you're expressing the right thing.
The sponsor of today's video is Storyblocks. Storyblocks is a high-quality stock footage website providing you with a royalty-free and demand-driven library, including videos, photos, music and much more. They just launched the restock campaign, expanding the library with footage from underrepresented groups that might be also interesting for you. Check out the first link in the description and give it a try.
So let me talk really quick about developing a story in a video portrait. Of course, you have no direct narrative, but you can try to tell a little visual story by connecting shots with each other to tell a little adventure or a little exploration the model is going on. So you can develop different shots and have a little development throughout the video. For example, I just started to have the first shot with her and the monument, so a really nice establisher shot, and then you just dive into the story, dive into the video with the model. And I'm always having like an end shot, also a really wide angle, so you can kind of finish the story, finish the video portrait with an overview. What also helps is to have some accessories. Today I'm using this camera here, film camera I also used in another video portrait, and it always helps to give the model something she can play with, she can start using, and creates also some variety, or can also tell a visual story when she starts using it. So you can use anything you want. We're also using sunglasses. I like to use also a different style of hair, so she can put her hair together. We shoot some shots with the closed hair, and then we switch to open hairs again to have again some variation and to create a little development over the video. So I saw this little thing here, and I got the idea that she just walks up there and stands up there, so I have another perspective, and there I want her to put together her hair, so we got a little difference between open hair and closed hair. Let's go. It's nice. The light is really nicely behind her. I also often use some shutter transitions with a slow shutter effect to give the thing more variation and to introduce new scenes. I already made a video on how I do this, so I'm not going to explain now how I'm doing it, but I'm going to shoot her now from here with the nice building in the background with the low shutter transition. And now I can move in. Can you stand straight to me? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Just swiping a little bit. Swiping here a little bit just to have the building. Swipes from left to right, from up to down. No her again. So we're here now at the second location. We found this really crazy building with these really unusual pattern, and I want to shoot her here as a second location with a lot of movement, and we want to integrate the pattern and see what we can get out of this location. Let's go. Now I want to work with manual focus since the camera is not doing what I want it to be. So I would say 90% of the shots I'm working with autofocus, but now as I want to get really detailed, I want to expose, I'm going for manual focus. So we're done with this location, pretty cool look with this building here. Now we're gonna move and try to get to a rooftop or something to use the really nice light which is coming out right now. So we're at the third and last shooting location. We're in a parking lot and I want to shoot her here walking up or running up to the rooftop, and then we try to get something out of the rooftop. I don't know how it looks, but we'll see. Let's go. So we're done with the shooting. I just want to say thank you to Lara for being a great model today, and thank you to Jana behind the camera. You did a great job as well. Let's jump right into the editing.
What's up guys, a couple of weeks later. Before I start explaining my workflow, I want to show you the project file once again in Final Cut Pro, including the timeline. Let's go.
I tried for you, trying to see through all smoke, and it wouldn't move. What could I do? I touched your head to pour your thoughts into my hand, but now I can't. Isn't it strange? I am still me, you are still you, in the same place. Isn't it strange how people can from strangers to friends, friends into lovers, and strangers again. Back to this room.
So after importing the footage into Final Cut Pro and downloading the song and importing it, I always go through my footage to make a pre-selection
and I put the pre-selection always in the timeline and go through all my footage, so I have an overview after that to see which clips I want to use and how I can combine the clips with each other. After the pre-selection, I start to match the shots on the beat, and I'm starting to remove clips which do not fit into the visual story I want to get. In this example, as you might have noticed, I did remove all these camera accessory shots because I think they did not go so well with the edit. And yeah, it's just a process of removing clips, combining clips with each other. Then, like a puzzle, it fits more and more together and gets like a better symbiosis. As I already told you while shooting, I'm always looking for a start and end shot and for some key elements to have kind of a visual story. And I also look to combine wide-angle shots with close-up shots, and especially here at the part where the beat drops for the first time, I got a shot where she's lifting up herself, and then I combine the shot after that the movement is not totally interrupted, but the movement continues with her raising her arms even higher. So to show you how I grade my clips, I chose 4 clips here ungraded, and I want to grade them with you. First one is here a close-up shot moving towards her eyes. I'm using for grading Color Finale. It's a really nice plugin for grading. You can use the plugin in Final Cut Pro as well, but I like Color Finale since you have all settings, white balance, temperature, tint, saturation, all on one spot, so it makes it a little bit easier. Let me choose my LUTs. For this project I went for the marble film LUTs. I'm always going down with the intensity to about 80 this time. Add a little bit of contrast, about 9. Then I'm opening the layers, the color wheels, and I'm always working with the Luma waveform here. I look that my shot is not underexposed or not overexposed. Over 100 it means that your shot is overexposed, and under 0 means that you're underexposed. And you can move these sliders so your shot gets more contrast. I always like to play a little bit with the midtones, but this shot is pretty fine, I think. She's maybe a little bit bright on her face, so I'm going down a little bit. And that's basically it for this shot. Pretty quick edit. Nice one. And as you see, we're not underexposed or overexposed in the Luma waveform. And what I often like to do is, when I got my first shot graded, I just copy it with Command C, and then I press Command Shift V, and I can copy the Color Finale settings, remove all other settings, only the Color Finale settings, and paste it to the next shot. And often it's pretty close to what I want to reach. Of course, in different shots you have different exposure and different areas of the image you want to expose, but in this case it went pretty good. I think I can play again with the midtones to make her skin a little bit brighter. I go to the edit layers part, go a little bit up with the skin tones. You see here we are not overexposed, but we can add a little bit more contrast like that, and go maybe a little bit up with the midtones. Let's move to the third. I copy paste it again. Boom. Looks already pretty cool. Maybe a little bit overexposed. I go down with the midtones. You see that the Luma waveform is adapting to that. In most cases you want to expose for the skin, and the 75 mark in the Luma waveform is a good indicator for that. So we can check for skin tones, and about here it's good. We can lift up the highlights a little bit, maybe add a little bit of contrast. That looks really nice. So let's move to the last shot. We copy again our settings from the first shot. Boom.
This time I think we're a little overexposed. We go down with the midtones. Go maybe a little bit down with the highlights. Check that. Go down with the shadows. Like that. Let's play it once to see. Nice. Okay, that looks pretty cool. With the sun, we're not overexposed as you see. And I think that's it. And as you see, we are not overexposed even when the sun hits in. And that's basically how I grade my video portraits. In all of my video portraits, I'm using 16:9 film overlay, these borders. They are actually available on my shop in Etsy. You can find it in the link in the description. I really like it. It adds a little vintage feel. I also like to use my grain, 35mm grain. If I want to get it really grainy, I'm using the 16mm grain, which is also included in my Marble film frames pack. So this is basically how I shoot and edit my video portraits. I hope you learned something new. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comment section. You can follow me on Instagram. I post some behind the scenes stuff over there. See you in the next one. Peace.